Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith, the Smiths in the Black with the Strat Time Report, and we're coming into a long weekend as the United States cash equities closed on Monday to honor Dr. Martin Luther King. So what do we got going on here on a Friday? So, for one, on the week, back to a scratch, Doji. So we're closer to taking this week out when we come back in next week to the downside, but good chance at an inside week if we don't. But we'll see. That's why we play the game. Still, failed 2 going 3 potentially on the month. Now that we're still red on the month after taking a slight higher high. So yesterday we got what we were looking for. That was real nice. The higher high, the 2-2 reversal. So now you gap down and we go into conflict because this is a 2 down, but we're green. So the question is, can we change that by the end of the day? Because you can see here the higher high and the lower low, right? That's your broadening formation now and here. We still have the greater one of this and this. So the question here, by the end of the day, can we take this baby back red? Because that's something I'd want to know about if people are positioning, getting out of their positions in front of the long weekend. So if we go to a 60 on the SPY, you'll see this. Right now, I think we stayed inside on the 60, did we not? Yep, inside on the 60, right? That's something I want to know about. That's an equilibrium, right? So which side of this 60 minute do we take out? So we just started a new 60 minute. We're stuck in there. So the question is going to be weak enough to take that out and change the opening and that candle this back to red, or we're going to firm up and come back up into this stuff. But right now, dead even on the week. So if we go to QQQ, and QQQ, you can see here was an inside 60, pokes up here. We couldn't get out of this. So anytime you have an inside bar, the bar previous is called a mother bar, right? Now, can you get out of that, right? Couldn't do it. So the question is, do we rev strat 1, 2, 2 and take this out? Because once again, you got this conflict. You're 2 down on the day, but you're green, right? So the question is that going to change? And once again, if we start backing off, you're still slightly green on the week, but how are you not going to be an inside week next week? You're still closer to taking these lows out, but here's your broadening formation on the weekly to keep an eye on. So the question is, bottom of the try and start rallying back, or expando and get pounded because you're nice and red on the month and a 2 down on the Qs. Go to the Dow Jones Diamonds. And Dow Jones Diamonds, a little worse now on this gap down. So here, did you stay inside in the 60 or take it out? By 1 penny, took this out, but still can't get out of this mother bar. See, that's what we're going to keep now, this 2-hour pattern. How do we break this or that? All right, because on the day, Doge doing nothing. All right, so still 2 up, 2 down on the week. So these 2 weeks become an outside bar of that. Now the question is, you're going to be weak enough to expand down. That's what we want to see. Well, that's why we're watching these 60s. Could be an interesting close. If we go to the small cappers inside on the 60 here. You see that closer to taking out these lows, and it's red on the day. So small capper's a little nastier, right? Looking for that outside month here again, and you can see this outside week. Pokes up again, and then boom, outside week to the downside. Now that's still getting rejected. So these certainly can keep an eye on this inside 60 to the downside, and the small cappers below 211.63. If we go to crude. In crude, we know that Earl's been our winner. In crude, up just a little bit. You can see tried to sell off yesterday, and then boom, right back up in their face, holding a gap up, and that getting that energies. We know they've been our leader to start off the year. XLE here, you can see that now backing off a little bit with the 60s with the market, but OIH. And OIH, another green day, and this inside on the 60 like a lot of things. So, it gives us the slobs, and the slob still going, having a nice day, still creeping up here on the 2 down, 2 up month. And that's a big part of the OIH, obviously, and PXD having another nice month. Inside month down, XLE, RevStrat, boom, PXD still going. If we go to the refiners, HFC, nice little day, still going, taking out monthly highs, inside 60 to the upside. So here's what you can hear me talk about a lot, is that we like to enter on reversals. And so if you look at the 60, you can see this. 2 down, 2 up, 2-2 reversal right there. And so if you got that, then you get the inside 60 for your continuation. Buy, add. Boom, she's gone. Full time frame continuity to the upside. Every reason to believe that's going to work. If we go to Cummins engine, and still an inside day, but probably going to be in the weekend video just because it's still holding this. The outside month, the 2 down, 2 up, 2 2 3 2 2, right? So we're looking to take this out, and here's that broadening formation. So anytime you have an outside bar, on a shorter time frame, it's going to be a broadening formation. There it is. So still trying to work. This would be Momo Hammer on the week. Tried to hit it, bring it right back up, and then boom, if we can take out this week's highs next week, especially if we stay an inside day, you get that combination going for you. What we're seeing some too is some back and fill. And what I mean by that is semis. Here, LRCX pounded and now goes down and starting to rally back here, as you can see that, right? Real nice there so far. And KLAC also coming back into that big range into the 3. There was your inside 60. The 3-1-2 Chicago, all right? Outside bar means they're going to pay up and sell down. And inside, and off they go. So we'll see how that goes. AVGO, however, a little bit different story. Staying near these lows. So if we start to collapse here, maybe we get a little bit more out of AVGO to the downside after last week's 2-2 reversal. 2 up, 2 down AVGO. And AMAT, I believe, is also coming up with these guys. Yeah, the back and fillage in the village for AMAT as well. We'll see if that continues. Right now, the market's just kind of steady here, staying firm. We'll see. We go to VRTX. And VRTX having a nice little week here. Go blasting into the recent highs. Good thing on the month it's been higher. And so anytime you see these lower lows like here, and that slight lower low, there's your 2-2 reversal, and then you come back to a previous range, we're going to look to take this out because we know we got our lower low, and we know that outside bars exist. Therefore, right now, we're looking to take this out. 242.99. That's another $10. So that could be pretty nice to keep an eye on VRTX. If you go to checkpoint CHKP, CHKP having a nice day here, right? After the outside day, they chopped them up in here. You can see this mother bar here, inside bar. These two got stuck in here. Tried to get out yesterday, and then gaps up now, coming in a little bit with the market. But the reason we've been watching this is because here, 2 down on the month, 2-2 reversal, and you got some more highs to take out up into here. So we'll be keeping an eye on that as well. If we go to XLP, not totally ripping, but you can see going near the highs, looking for an outside day. And here, the reversal on the 60. 2-1-2 to the upside, and that's given the usual suspects a boost. Procter & Gamble, Colgate, Clorox, and see Colgate here you can see in the daily. Inside day, pokes down, RevStrat day, boom, off she goes, and setting up potentially hammer week, but we'll see. If we go to SJM, going towards monthly highs, so still having a nice time as SJM. Peanut butter jelly time for you. If we go to the downside, we got some problems here in retail. XRT going towards the lows right now off the inside 60, and the old game stonker for the apes. And the wheels are falling off here a little bit here for game stonk. If we go to Ulta, and Ulta coming down after yesterday's RevStrat here, the inside day, to poke up, boom, RevStrat down, and then boom, taking these guys down. Inside on the 60 right now, looking for an outside month. You took out the highs, may as well take out the lows. And here's the weekly, 2 up, 2 down, boom, now coming through that stuff. If we go to Burritos, having some problems here today too, and the Burritos. And once again, we've seen this pattern a lot, as I talked about yesterday, in a lot of the tech. And that's why we're a little concerned here about the close here, because it's important to understand hitting magnitude. How far is something going to go if you're right? Takes out the highs, and then 2-2 reversal yesterday, and then boom, takes out these lows. These 3 become an outside bar of that. So it hits that magnitude. It's just, still having problems, and retail having problems a lot. Home Depot Here, ow, yeah, Home Depot taking out last month's lows. That's a 2-2 reversal on the month, right? That's a problem, and that tells you to look at lows. Here. So this goes 2-2 reversal on the month. Here, below 242.39. Inside day, the 2-1-2 reversal. Now, you got magnitude all the way down to here, 240.56. Take it out. You got an inside 60 to keep an eye on there as well. Dollar Tree takes care of business. We're looking for this one. Once you have an inside bar and you can't get out of the mother bar and you go up and then you change continuity back red, we're looking for one bar ref strat, 1-3. It's going to be an outside bar of that, which it did. Also on the week, you can see how it goes and attempts the highs and then 2-2 reversal on the week to come back to the previous range to do it. 2 up, 2 down, and down she goes. If we go to Domino's Pizza, and Domino's Pizza gap and sit stuck in this mother bar in the 60 for now. We'll see how it gets out of that, but you can see here on the weekly, the 2 up by taking out the highs. 2-2 reversal right here. Boom. Down she goes. And if that works, it's going to trigger the 2 up, 2 down reversal month, which it did. Now you got a little more magnitude to take these guys out. Let's go down and see the boys at 453.34. You got some more room on that. If you go to Burlington stores, you can see this on the month. The slight higher high, that's a 2 up, and these two become an outside bar of these guys. All right, and that was caused last week by the inside week, the poke up, the 2-1-2 rev strat, boom, and down she goes. Still getting pounded. Get some exhaustion risk by going into the lows, but we'll see. If we go to SPG and the REITs, SPG having a tough time here, and you can see potentially an outside month now. It pokes up, but then comes back in. And here's that daily, just beautiful 2-2 reversal. 2 up, 2 down. These two become an outside bar of all that. Question is going to stay weak. We'll see, because that triggers this. The 2 up, the 2 down week. That's a 2-2 reversal on the weekly there. If we go to VNQ and just look at all the REITs together here, see, the REITs have a little bit of a problem here. You can see this on the daily. Not as bad as SPG, but the slight higher high and the 2-2. There's your broadening formation. The question is going to stay weak. Right now, broader averages coming in just a tad. Like I said, we're a little concerned about them because a lot of these things are getting hammered. If you go to the team, and the team was one of that crew from yesterday, the 2 up and then the 2-2 reversals, all those beautiful 2-2 reversals we had yesterday, taking everything out on the lows and just have a little more magnitude to go take this thing out here. 284.57, because you remember, like CrowdStrike, we're looking at all those things that were going to do that, and a lot of them did it. That CrowdStrike, Microsoft, here, boom, goes out and takes out magnitude. Now back in fill, right? So the understanding magnitude here yesterday on that 2 up, 2 down was to take this out. 304.69, which we did near the close, and it was beautiful. If we go to the towers, American Tower, having some problems, and there's your 2 up, 2 down month right here. And look at this, beautiful rev strat week. Inside week, up, boom, back to previous range, finishes the job. And then you look for something like this on the daily yesterday. Hammer, shooter, 2-2 reversal, and down she goes now inside in the 60. That tells us to keep an eye on S-back tower, CCI. They like to trade together, so you can keep an eye on that. If we go to TTWO, there's how you can stand a nice gap list. Gap down, inside bar, 2-1-2 reversal day, inside bar, 2-1-2 reversal day, back down. Long, short, and now inside on the 60, we'll see if that gives it up. If we go to Roku, Roku in all sorts of trouble after yesterday's outside day to the downside, still going, and you can see right now on the recent lows ever since that beautiful 2 up, 2 down reversal on the month, still good. If we go to Whirlpool, and Whirlpool going to give us that outside monther, and it's coming down, taking a bunch of this stuff out. Beautiful, just like a lot of these dailies we've been seeing this week. The 2 up and the 2-2 reversal day. Boom, hits a bunch of magnitude, but still going here, and you can see that inside Momo shooter into the lows right now. If we go to, let's go back to the broader averages real quick. So keeping an eye on this inside 60 in the SPY. Either side of this and then stay outside of that is what we want to know about. QQQ. These 3 hours, we want to get outside of that. That's going to get our attention. Right now, the new low list is rolling along just a bit. Dow Jones Diamonds. Here's still a doji, but getting closer to taking this out. Right, so we want to watch these levels because we got a long weekend coming up. There's been some rough sledding out there, and if people wanted to jump ship, it wouldn't surprise me at all. So we'll keep an eye on all that stuff. Hope everybody had a great week and has an even better weekend. I'm Rob Smith, Smith the Black, Strat Time Report.